Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and Day back again.
Yes, we are back in the world of Devil and Me.
Hey, who knew? Yeah, we're back in the Devil and Me. A little bit early. We were planning on jumping back into the Curator's Gut, but instead of that, no. There's something else that we have been told we must see.
Yes, indeed. We're now redoing potentially the end of Devil and Me and making a different choice by helping Mark instead of obviously knowing that was a trap. Because we've seen this guy's MO like a million times. So that's how we figured that out the first time. But we're going to try a different ending because apparently it is very different than what we saw previously.
Yeah, Arthas had told us that there's only one way to get it, which is you have to have just Mark and Kate alive at the end and the other people are already out of the picture. And then if you go into the room where after you hear the knocking and Kate hears Mark's voice, if you go and choose the option of help quote Mark on the ground, it leads to a completely different ending. So we definitely want to check that out because while we're still in Lethal, when we go back to Curator's Cut, we're going to revisit everything, but probably have everyone alive, so we won't be able to access this. This is only something you can get at the point where it's just Mark and Kate, and since we've actually earned that with our horrible ability to play through Lethal, then yeah, we might as well experience this totally different ending, which doesn't involve the boat escape or anything like that. So let's dive in. Thank you, Arthas, for letting us know about that.
Definitely. It's always nice to see different endings and stuff like that because we did get here naturally. So yeah, why not take that separate path that Arthas so kindly let us know existed.
Yeah, and it is possible, like from our perspective, we would never have made that choice. But from Kate, if we're playing from her perspective, she may be fooled by that.
Yeah, maybe.
Or, I mean, she's in such a high adrenaline situation, she might not think before she acts, and she'll just be like, oh, Mark. So it's not unrealistic.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not one of those decisions like we talked about in the prior episode where it's just like complete stupidity.
Yeah, exactly.
You could at least see why she would do this. But now let's see what happens when she does do this.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see what the killer has in store for us once we fall for that trap.
Yeah, so we loaded it up and we're continuing right from the spot where Kate opens the door and finds quote Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
On the actual floor.
Right before the decision has to take place. And then, A is down. Because I have a feeling we're going to need it.
Can you hear me?
We're going to help Mark like
Mark,
the Megillah he is. Surprise, Kate. Oh, it was the killer himself.
I just really like your jacket.
Not even one of his many mannequins. Oh, nighty-night.
Okay.
Oh. It seems like he could have done that even if we had chosen the other thing. He could have just
popped up
real fast and chloroformed her.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because he didn't exactly he waited until Mark and Kate ran out of the room. Like Mark had to get untied and everything like that. He had a decent amount of time to just pop up, be like, bye, and continue on with whatever he's got planned because obviously it's not going to be good.
It's a tea party.
Yeah, he just wants no one's dead or anything like that. He just wants friends.
Especially not Charlie. He glued them back together. No, it's just a lot of tape.
I think he's just in the teapot at this point now.
That's so nasty.
Gluing mush together is completely fine. All right, let's see what Mark or Kate have to go through here.
See, I would have broken that so long ago.
Yeah, this guy loves this thing too much for me to leave this intact.
Hey Mark, how you doing, buddy? They say classical music helps the soul.
Not too good, huh?
Oh, he's fine.
Looks great.
Are you on a poop?
Oh, we had a premonition about this.
Ah. No, he's not on a toilet. Location unknown.
No. Let me out! Let me out of here, you son of a bitch!
Oh, yeah. How's that decision to not go swimming now treat you,
Get your
Mark?
one phone call.
Kate!
Oh, that sucks.
This. Oh,
Oh
no!
no, that is brutal.
Oh, man.
Oh no. Oh, what's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing you're gonna want to know about.
Oh. You think that's painful?
Yeah, your insides are about to turn mushy, my friend.
Please don't stop.
Get away from her!
That was,
Oh, hey.
My name is Joseph Morello.
What is this?
I'm a true crime author. If you're hearing this, then yesterday we met and I led you to believe I was Grantham Demet. I had no choice in the matter. I
Oh,
was
okay.
asked to do this by the actual.
We knew that already.
And now
Yeah, it is cool to see the
he
actual.
needs you to do the same thing
Hmm.
and make a call.
Oh.
The number is on speed dial. Whoever answers, you need to tell them that you are
So,
Demet.
Mark
There's
might
a
do
script
that,
in front of you.
Yeah.
but
Use it.
we know he
Then get
shouldn't.
them to the
Yeah,
island.
right.
Wait. What?
Mark,
Just like
something.
I did to you.
But he would do it to save
Carry
Kate,
them
for
over.
sure.
Get them into the house.
You obviously shouldn't.
Yeah, it's,
sorry.
we've seen. But Mark
I
hasn't
didn't
seen
want to do this, but
Dumet's
it was the
body
only way
Yeah,
to get
right.
because we
back
didn't
my
have the
daughter.
boat ending.
I had to get her back. I'm so sorry. Just
That's brutal, but
make the call.
So we have to decide whether to play the smart
Maybe
choice
you're stronger
Yeah.
than I am.
or play the character's
But whoever he
point of
has
view.
that you care about, they don't have
I
much
think he
time.
would do it and then honestly try and
It's
find a way out.
useless.
Yeah.
Try and find a way out after the fact.
Everyone else is dead, Mark.
You goddamn psycho! Ah!
Damn, this is a brutal,
Just let us go! We won't
brutal
fight
way to
shit.
do it. But
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Another drip. He doesn't understand yet. Oof.
oh, is he gonna do it anyway?
Mark. Do
Oh,
not.
she doesn't want us.
We don't know who these people are, but he's going to kill them, and we can save them.
Now, do we side with
Let
Kate?
me die. Just
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
okay.
tough call.
Yeah.
Now that she put it that way,
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
might actually do the smart thing.
Oh,
Oh, it's time
oh
to.
man, I won't do it. I don't think.
I think he would still.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I think.
Alright, I'll do it.
I mean, yeah.
I think he would still try to do it to try and help her.
It's. I mean, if I'm in that exact situation, even if someone says don't, like, just let me die, I don't think I'd have the wherewithal to say no. So yeah.
Yeah, if it's the person.
Mark, what are you doing?
And I try to find a way out after,
Kate,
just like when they get here.
Kate hates him
I can't
more
believe-
for it. Yeah, it's the same. He could have an opportunity after, because the way he ran Dumet,
Mhm.
he had him go in the ferry and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Exactly.
hi.
So there's still
To whom am I
another
speaking?
card to play.
June Collins. Who is this?
Oof.
This we gotta go.
You gotta.
Persuasive.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think
Mrs.
that
Collins,
a random person is gonna send help.
Exactly. They don't even know where we are.
I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I have an invitation for you.
Unless there's if-then statements on that card, though, because Charlie had some other questions for Dumet, and he responded like, "Oh, you know, I don't have a lot of time."
Yeah, right. But
So it seems like there has to be a little bit more than just one simple card.
I mean, as soon as we get back and we get Kate.
Oh, it's not going to let us like talk to these people or get them away.
Right.
It's leaving him a bloody mess.
Yeah, he hasn't.
They don't have
He
any,
hasn't cleaned up at all,
his shoes are
and no new clothes. This is what Grantham Dumet do.
Yeah, he's got the same like animation as Dumet now. Yeah, so we would have looked for another way out and maybe even warned the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of playing the whole thing out, but they're gonna full on.
They're gonna complete
dialogue
that
wheel
cycle immediately. Yeah.
It's like it's just A or B.
Mm-hmm.
So now the boat is gonna blow up or whatever.
I mean, it makes sense. Like he won't let us leave because then we're just gonna go back and tell the police anyway. But still, well, I guess they don't know.
If I can deliver those people.
Why does it sound like
He was
he's
going to
talking
kill
on a mic?
So
Okay,
whatever
yeah.
happens to them, that's on both of us.
I couldn't.
No, it's on Mark.
Yeah.
You told him to kill you.
You could have just said, "Oh no, I'm not going."
She might have been able to
I
kill
didn't
herself.
want to believe it at first, but I looked him up.
There's a
You
kid.
did good, babe. Place is a little creepy, but hey, who else gets a free island vacation?
It's not creepy, it's authentic. Mr. Dumet wants us to have a true period experience.
Just hope it's safe. Who knows what's in all these dark corners?
Yeah, that girl looks so much like Megan.
Yeah, it's literally the exact character model. And how does he?
What isn't he supposed to be leaning on like the side of the boat right there?
guess.
It looked like he was hovering.
Yeah. I think they're in the middle of the barge or whatever, but like we saw Dumet's
Daughter.
Dumet and his daughter, yeah.
She even looked the same.
Huh. So are they implying that they actually got out?
I doubt it.
But they're not going to show that, huh?
Oh, you're here. All good things must come to an end, but how
Yeah, I'm
good
really
was
surprised
the
they didn't
end
show a quick
from?
explosion.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, you lost a few of them.
No, they are
So,
implying.
Yeah.
rest in peace.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, dude, we're tailing the cops
I'm afraid
immediately.
it looks
Yeah.
like series 2
No, you have to go. Like, there's
Mission
people in
after all.
danger. They're going to die.
Erin.
Like,
The new girl surprised everyone with her courage, but now she's gone to the great audio suite in the sky.
So,
And
all
Jeremy,
right, same dialogue for
plugged
these
in
three,
full
and they're going to
with the
imply
lights
the other
out.
two live. Maybe we'll get an after
think
post-credit scene
maybe.
that shows them getting
Fuse
killed
is going
instead
to
of him
help
picking up
this
the
time.
mask.
right. That would make much more sense.
What about those who survived? Has the experience changed them? Kate had a secret. She was traumatized by something that happened a long time ago, but she faced the thing she was most afraid of in the whole
Did
world
she?
and survived.
I mean,
And Mark
faced a
had to
killer.
stop waiting for people to tell him what to do. He had
She
to
didn't
make his
come to terms
own
with her
way in the
past.
world.
I mean, she read some amethyst or whatever.
Right.
That, like, got her through some tough times, but that.
I'll
Yeah, she
tackle
didn't
the
get over
paperwork
it.
in the morning. Can you
So
find
he
your
doesn't
own
get
way
the-
out? It was, as always, enlightening. I have no doubt.
And that
we'll
thing
meet
isn't trying to
again
break down the door.
in the future. Farewell.
So yeah, he did not get the creature trying to break in scene.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I am curious what we'll see for the post credits. Because yeah, here we go.
Oh, okay, there we are.
And boom. Yeah, because realistically, if it lets us play through this ending sequence, instead of what happened, Mark can make sure one of the people or two of the people on the new family keeps a cell phone. It's
was
that
that?
simple.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
happening?
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, he's bringing it back.
No, what's happening?
Then
We're going the
swim.
wrong
Start, yeah.
If it's not a
start
bomb-
swimming, dude.
Look!
Oh,
Okay, that makes swimming a little harder.
yeah. Okay. I mean,
Nice trying to dodge or anything, guys.
hide behind the metal thing that's right in front of you.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a video game, so like, or a movie.
Yeah.
So he would probably shoot right through it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
But yeah,
on the
dive
caliber
in the
of it.
freaking water.
Yeah, bullets don't travel that great in water. Like, it's gonna... And if you can put distance and have the barge in between
Exactly.
you and that...
Then
like,
you're pretty good.
Yeah, you're good.
I doubt it can shoot through. Like, he at least, even if the bullets from that sniper rifle can shoot through and penetrate the barge like multiple layers of metal and the water, if you're on the other side of the barge, his scope isn't doing anything for him.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He
He's-
might not hit you.
Yeah, right. And by the time you're that far out, like that where he can see you, like the more distance you put between you and him, he has to be that much more of a better shot to actually make that work. So, yeah. I do find it interesting that nobody in the grounds hears the gunshots, like from the sniper. But, yeah, I mean, it is a game after all, so what are you going to do? But,
I mean, even if they did, he could just say, "Oh yeah,
Oh, we're
it was,
hunting."
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just game for dinner or whatnot."
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit weird that he doesn't speak, because we touched upon this before, where every family that he brings over won't necessarily have that super core relationship where you can always con somebody else into being the voice to bring the next group. If it had been Jamie and Kate alive at the end, it wouldn't have worked. If it had been Aaron and Charlie alive at the end, it wouldn't have worked. So that's why you can only get this ending with it being Mark and
Maybe,
Kate.
yeah.
But if he's supposedly always depending on that, it's not going to
I
happen
guess-
every group.
Yeah, I guess it is interesting. Like, maybe he picked it. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, as to why this would be the only way, because he has picked this group previously, or he picks every group. He knows, like, who his next target group will be. So I guess there's just one relationship in each group that he knows that he can take advantage of, or something like that. Because it seems obviously when there's a child and a parent or something like that, that's what he did last time. It seems like what he might do this time with this new group. And then he just knows that there's this one romantic relationship, and that's why you can only get it with these two. So yeah, he's riding really high on those two, like on just those possibilities, or just those two being alive for the next group to come in. Which is interesting. On the last playthrough, when like everyone died, someone
What's he
else still got
Yeah, then he
invited.
emailed.
Then he just emails instead of the phone call, I guess. But
Yeah, maybe he has some groups on standby that are, younger or more tech savvy or more gullible.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, a certain degree of younger people will they'll expect something from an email and just be, no, that's obviously bait, or
right.
that's a scam.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I don't know. It seems difficult for his honeypot thing is the Grantham Dumet,
Is
the whole
like, here's a
island.
free vacation on this island and the most authentic experience you can imagine, all that kind of stuff.
So it has to either be someone who is interested in it, like Charlie's group,
Yeah.
or someone who just wants a free vacation and doesn't really care about the circumstances too much.
Right.
But you wouldn't think that he would be able to... The amount of people who are super interested in the HHH experience of the original serial killer's murder castle would be a kind of a small subset of humanity.
Right.
And then to have a Venn diagram of that intersecting with people who have a super close relationship with someone seems like it would just be a very small group sample that he'd be working with.
Yeah, I mean, he's
We
getting...
can skip this now.
Yeah, he's getting what, like 200? Or he has like, what, 200 victims? That's what's on the top there.
Yeah, we don't need to see this again.
I wonder if that's like around the world, like he's flying people in and stuff like that. But if that's the case, like there's a huge paper trail involved.
Yeah, we talked about that before too,
yeah.
where realistically it doesn't make any sense that he would be able to succeed at this. Like he's not being... It doesn't look like he's wiping away any evidence or being careful enough with the people's... Like the original construction crew, he picked off multiple people.
Yeah.
Then, after it was just the skeleton crew left at the end, he picked off the entirety of the skeleton crew. That alone would have the place swarming with cops forever.
Right,
They would have found the underground
the
sections.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because those aren't exactly hard to, like, those are very hard to hide. Like, especially when you go to the lighthouse, which is a huge part of it. He has stuff there. Like, there's a different section that is not too far from the lighthouse that is literally the curing room that has, like, countless amounts of bodies and whatever. Like, all of that evidence is just strewn around everywhere.
Well, that wouldn't have been there at the beginning because...
Not at the very beginning,
Yeah.
not after the very first one, no.
Right.
But
so the construction crew, even his whole animatronic setup wouldn't have been there yet. The only thing that would have been there, I guess, if he was doing things in order, would be the creepy smoking guy.
Oh, yeah.
That animatronic that he set up that Jamie found when she was walking behind the walls, that he set up to look like the first person he killed, the serial killer who convinced him to be a serial killer.
Yeah, right.
So that whole witness room. All right, so we might as well check and see what happens if we don't.
Oh, if you do let Kate die.
Yeah, if Mark is brave enough to say, or smart enough rather, to say no.
Yeah.
Because, the whole thing here is they're doing you choose it, and that's definitely the way it happens.
Yeah.
It's are choosing A or you are choosing B. There's no nuance of you are choosing A with the goal of like finding a solution somewhere down the line, and if a solution can't be found, then still warning the people. Because Mark is right now locked in a box. The only way he can potentially get more time for Kate is by doing what he says right now.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do what he says right now, Kate dies immediately, and then
he probably dies too.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of time for him to go and warn the people.
Yep.
Like, get out of this situation, find a way to try and save Kate, and do whatever you possibly can. As soon as he's off the island, I don't see why he's not, talking to cops or whatnot. I guess he's monitored. Dumet was the guy driving the limo. So...
Oh, right.
And they showed Dumet watching over the Morello from, like, this higher vantage point while Morello was shepherding people onto the boat.
Right.
So he's monitoring him. But that doesn't mean that he still can't, like, sneak a cell phone.
Right. If you can find something to write with, like, at all, like, just have a note if you want to sneak it in somebody's pocket and or just to make it inconspicuous, like, you can do that. Or you can, as you're walking and, like, pretending to talk about the grounds or whatever, you can say, like, hey, this is not good. Like, you need to find a way off this island immediately.
Right.
So yeah, and you can say it in very little words, but like you're all in danger. You're all going to die if you don't get the heck out of here. And then as soon as you get Kate, then you can leave. One of you can try and leave, and the other one can try and save the group if you're really that like heartbroken over it, which that would be terrible to shepherd people into their deaths and know that. So if you can try and save them, then do that. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways he can handle it. But right now he's just thinking, Kate, he has Kate. I just need to get Kate back, and we just got to get the heck out of Dodge. It doesn't seem like he puts a lot of weight on like leaving those people behind, which I think Mark would have a huge problem with.
Yeah,
like,
both of them would.
Yeah, for sure.
If he had a specialized group that was just a bunch of murderers themselves, or
Yeah.
rapists or something like that, and he was putting them on the bar. Oh yeah, okay, it's a tour of a special reenactment of America's most famous and first serial killer
Yeah.
for serial killers.
Yeah.
So we know you guys will be. Then he might have no problem with it. But it's
Right.
families and kid.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Mark, I
exactly.
don't think he's willing to do that, even for Kate.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to find a way out through this. And that is, it is also interesting because like we don't have any say on that. It's like literally as soon as you hit the persuasion button, it's like that's it.
He's
You're
on the
locked
whole
in.
path.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
right.
locked in. So
Yeah.
we can give that a shot where we honor Kate's wish, and kind of let her get eaten from the inside out.
Yeah, since it won't let us do what we would actually do and just do it in between.
Mm-hmm. Right. We're gonna just kind of sacrifice Kate, and then he'll probably end up doing the same thing to us anyway. Which I feel like he would choose a different way to kill Kate because he likes doing animatronic stuff. Like this is gonna destroy her body. Like to
Well,
rebuild
some
that.
of the bodies are in different states of disrepair. Or
Maybe,
whatnot.
yeah. So he could be, he could just be looking for a beat up version or like a more weathered version of the Kate mannequin that he wants to enact here.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
yeah.
let's dive in and see the
let's take
end.
a look. See how gruesome they're gonna make this Kate's death.
Yeah, it definitely seems like if you choose no, we're gonna get more of a gruesome send off.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I just don't think. As soon as somebody's off the island,
Start
like,
swimming. Like,
well, that
we
too.
would have been swimming a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe Mark was not. He wanted to have the lighthouse as his goal because he thought the others were all still alive, and that's the only way he could save other people is to shine the lighthouse and draw attention to the island. But it just seems like swimming back and getting help in that way is still a way to save the other people.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
right.
Kate!
Because
If you,
yeah, I just keep trying to come up with any justification for why he would go on this crazy mission to the lighthouse,
yeah.
climbing up, going back inside,
Yeah.
like on all of this like cliffside and structures that are falling apart. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't. If he somehow got in his head that's the only way to save other people, but he already knew. He knew. No, he didn't know Jamie and Kate. So I don't know. It just
Right,
it
yeah,
seems like swimming
yeah.
is still the best choice by far.
Yeah, he didn't know Jamie died, but he did know Aaron, and he believed Charlie was dead because he saw him burn. So literally, just he thought Kate was alive. So maybe
Kate and Jamie, right?
Yeah. He thought Kate and Jamie were alive. So he could be thinking, that he's trying to save the both of them with the lighthouse. But still, I feel like I could turn that lighthouse on. And like they can get there, and then we all just say, "Okay, we're all together now. Let's get the heck out of here!" Like we're swimming. Like that's it. If he really wants to keep everyone together, yeah.
I was asked to do this by the actual Dumet.
Yeah, even if he somehow thought that the lighthouse would bring help for everyone,
Yeah.
then that sort of makes sense. But if it's a
Number is on
hour climb to reach the lighthouse,
Yeah, right.
and it's rainy and like buildings have been falling apart when he was trying to climb up the rope, it broke and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point it's just no. If the lighthouse was close and accessible, sure, but if it's so much, you're going back through this trap-infested death hell.
Yeah.
The surest way to get help is to swim.
Yeah, exactly. And you might not even have to make it like all the way to the other shore. Like if you see any other boat or
Right,
anything,
right.
like you just get their attention or do something, and then you're in the clear.
I had to get her back. I'm so sorry.
Well, I am looking forward to doing Curator's Cut when we can try to keep everyone alive and hopefully kill the serial killer.
Yeah.
Because he's freaking just monstrous.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not even doing the Saw thing and trying to teach morality lessons to these people. He's not,
What?
he's not trying to isolate people who he thinks are bad compared. He's
Right.
just like
Everyone
straight
else
up
is
kids.
dead,
Like I hate this guy.
Yeah, it's literally just
goddamn psycho.
anyone that comes in his path
Yeah.
who wants to like cut down,
Just let us
and
go.
in the like the most gruesome ways possible too.
Any way to get anyone to his location. He just wants traps that are reminiscent of Triple H, or
Yeah.
his own traps that are more modernized. But yeah, he just wants.
Yeah, he's just sick. There is no, there's nothing that he wants. You can't like reason with someone like that.
Yeah. No. So we're gonna get maybe a close up of a
Don't
melty faced
do it.
Kate.
Yeah, probably.
Do not.
Kate.
We don't know who these people are, but he's going to kill them, and we can save them. Let me die. Just... It's okay.
It's even more brutal when Kate is going through like saying no, don't do it, even when she knows what's gonna happen to her.
I can't. I won't do it.
I'm with
Kate,
you, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because
You won't be for long.
yeah,
Kate.
exactly. You're gonna be down for a very long time.
What? It's
Even
that
if I fought against
extreme.
Wow.
I always loved you.
It's except if he didn't do that, and then he was not the one.
That is the make or break for the future of this relationship, even though it is the relationship's over.
All right, so
Oh.
we're still going
Yeah.
against it,
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
or else we're just
Fuck you.
Yeah, that we're
Fuck
just
you.
spinning our wheels on that.
going straight back to the other ending. Oh, just gonna put in the gas immediately, huh?
Yeah.
That looks pretty open aired at the top there. If Mark just ducks down at the very bottom of that cell, I don't know that the gas would get to him. Yeah, look at that grate.
Oh,
it's way
man.
up there. Oh, that's much more,
Tame than I was expecting.
yeah, for Kate anyway.
Yeah. Wow.
So he's just like making her inhale it instead of
Oh.
putting a steady
Oh
stream
no!
of it.
I thought he was gonna do the whole thing, but it was just like a few drops,
Mm-hmm.
and that was enough. Okay.
Guess he doesn't want to waste his freaking supplies.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, kind of makes sense when you look at it in a serial killer kind of way. Well, all right, and we're back to everyone's dead, except
Yeah.
except the dog this time.
So will he be crossing out the...
Oh, you're
Nope.
here.
Not crossing... We're still
All
not getting
good
that
things
super...
must come to an end.
Yeah, that
How
might be
good
just the
was the
best
end
ending or
for
something
our
like
crew?
that. Whenever
Let's not mince
we
words.
do know that
everyone,
he is
but
definitely
everyone
down for the
is
count.
dead. The only one who made it off the island alive.
Oh, it still
Oh.
says that even though...
Oh,
So rest in peace.
I wonder
see
if
that.
Kate tries to kill the dog
Kate.
in the other scene, if somehow it
Final
escapes
close-up
anyway.
And cut. It's a wrap.
Was that
Yeah.
was she supposed to have
Loyal
been
to the final
killed
frame.
by a blade? Because
There's some
that
studio
pun didn't
space
make any
going
sense,
spare in
dude.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
if anyone's interested. Charlie, I'm afraid it looks like Series 2 isn't going to be commissioned after all. Erin, the new girl surprised everyone with her courage, but now she's gone to the great
Aaron
audience
is
suite.
getting
in the
this.
sky.
I guess this is the only line
And
you get
Jamie,
with Aaron.
the plug
Yeah,
has been
everybody-
pulled and the lights
Everybody
are
gets a
out.
line that's
I
based on
don't
their
think
personality
Yeah.
instead of
the
based on
fuse is
the
going to
actual
help
circumstances
The
of
way
death.
in which they died.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm surprised you only get that slamming at the doors scene.
Yeah.
If every
I'll tackle the
maybe
big
that does
one.
happen on the good
Can you
ending
find your
also.
own
Like
way
whenever
out?
apparently
Because, as
Dumet
always,
gets
in lightning,
killed.
Right.
I have
right.
no doubt we'll meet again
Yeah, there's potential.
in the
But it's
future.
some of the better endings or whatever. Although our ending, the very first ending we got, probably isn't considered a better ending. But at least Dumet went down with us. It seemed like anyway.
Earlier
Well,
this
before
evening,
the
police have
final
confirmed a case
scene.
of 5 missing persons.
That
who
food
appear
looks
to all
so
be members
horrible.
of
I
It's
know,
supposed
yeah.
to be.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Guys, take some notes from Final Fantasy 15.
Fuck, man.
It looks so unappetizing.
It doesn't look real. It just looks like a pile of Play-Doh almost.
Which has been tracked to this shoreline.
All right, here's the 65-year-old reporter woman. Maybe they
was
have
called out to
those.
the
I
area.
haven't seen them.
After
Usually, like
reports
the
of a
on-site
sighting
reporters are
of
supposed to
flashes
be
from the lighthouse situated
like
on
more
the island
attractive,
across
You
the
know, like
water.
younger
whereabouts are still
younger people
unknown.
usually.
yeah, attractive.
We will keep you updated on any
I mean,
significant
they're TV
developments
personalities,
in
so
what
they have to have a
police
certain
are
degree of.
describing as a
I mean, Walter
fast-moving
Cronkite and all that.
Yeah,
He was
Growing
an
concern
older
for the
guy.
safety
But
of
this
the
is
crew
local
and the
news, I
attending
guess.
officer.
So, I mean, when you're
Holy
to that
shit.
degree, I guess
Remember how my video
it doesn't
went
matter
viral?
what you look
How
like
could
if
we
you're that
forget?
level of journalist.
You bring it
but-
up every chance you get.
So
Just listen to
anyway,
this. I
it
got
does
enough
seem
views
like
to win
that
a competition,
super ending,
whether
or
you
the
win.
it has to do with the
All
boat. If you ever do the
expense
boat
paid
and it looks
trip to an
like
island
at
resort
first
for
that Dumet died,
Now I'm interested.
then you see him crossing
Mr.
out the
Dumet
names.
says they're gonna send a limo and
And we were
everything.
thinking, okay, maybe that means
This is
there's an
gonna be
accomplice.
so
Probably
much
doesn't
fun.
because the first name was Holmes and the second name, or no, the first name was Mudgett. The second name was Holmes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're showing that Mudgett essentially died when he committed to becoming Holmes and became this new serial killer persona.
That's
and then,
his new identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Detective Monday essentially died when he made the same decision, and so he became Dumet.
Yeah.
And then are they actually? Although he had a ton of aliases, as we saw on the back of that thing, like
Yeah.
Richard Belknap and all that.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Unless those were potentially his earlier victims at certain points. But anyway, it seemed like Belknap was involved in all the paperwork trails. So I
Yeah,
don't,
right.
But yeah, so they're saying that they crossed out Monday because he became Dumet, and that was a decision, and left the Monday personality as dead.
Yeah,
Or because if they're gonna get supernatural, that the actual devil does get into these people and make them do these things,
Yeah.
and then kills the original person.
Right,
I'm just trying to think because. The only way we see this slamming on the door in the curator's repository is in that case. So why does that happen? Is it because, like, the personality of Dumet wants his role, like he wants to become death itself, because he's that obsessed with it, or is it because the people who curator works for are angry because they wanted him to actually have Dumet taken out? Because he's too much of a disturbance, so they're slamming at the door saying, hey, get it together, buddy. So I'm just trying to think of potential reasons why someone would be upset with curator, and both of these could be.
That's interesting. Yeah, that could definitely be. I would have liked it if they at least had a little bit more info on that, because no matter what, that has to be some element of supernatural, like being, I guess. Because curator is not existing in the same plane or universe that this is happening. He's outside of this, like he's an observer of that. So there has to be some element of like something of a different like universe or plane or something like that exists. And in the main story, we don't see anything involving that. So yeah, it's really hard to say. You can only just kind of hypothesize that, which, I mean, it's cool to leave it open to interpretation, but like when there's not even enough like building blocks to form a solid basis, then it becomes a little bit harder to fill in the blanks. But
They'll probably,
it could be cool. Yeah, it could be something for the future.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They'll probably fill in more of that sort of overarching story with the future installments of the Dark Pictures. Maybe only like the series finale or the season finale for all of season 1 plus all of season 2 plus all of season 3 finally builds that together as to what's actually going on. You're right, it has to be something supernatural related, because the curator, even when they try to say the rest of the things that happen in these stories are not supernatural related, the curator himself is death.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like he is on another level of his whole entity, or his whole being in the whole repository, all of his concept is supernatural.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So it'd be interesting if one of those two things is the case. But yeah, we don't necessarily have enough building blocks right now to say exactly where they're going with the whole thing. But yeah, so we saw both endings, and it's a shame you can't do more in between like what we would do.
Yeah, right.
There are definite holes in Mondays or Dumet's, whatever you want to call them. There's definite holes in the way that he does things. There are ways that even this ragtag group of 5 people who don't really get along that well found ways to start escaping.
Yeah, right,
and,
right.
I mean, we saw signs while Mark was going through the changing room and other places of, heads smashed into walls and different blood in different places that didn't look like it was part of the plan. So it seems like people can escape at different points. And if he got off the island, like what we would have said, number 1, swim, Mark.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Number 2, if you get into this situation with Kate, then, okay, buy her the time, get off the island, slip the notes, give them...
like a heads up, some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
like,
give them, and make sure one of them at least has a cell phone, maybe 2 of them. But yeah, do a couple of these plans, put them into motion, and then, like, even if he catches you at that point, even if Mark's like too nervous, he can't pull it off. Even if he catches you, just do it, because even if Kate dies at that point, you're saving this group of 5. Mark, I don't think would condemn this group of 5, even for Kate. So
yeah, really. I mean, ultimately, like, his goal is to get Kate and then get everybody else off the island, I think. I don't see Mark as the person that would, like, basically, like, condemn everyone to their death just because Kate is in danger. I think, especially if Kate is, like, avidly against him doing that and not wanting her to be the reason that other people are dying.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he's going to do everything he can to make sure that everyone involved is safe, even if that means, like, potentially putting Kate at risk. If it's like one life versus the many, then I think at that point he's going to be like, okay, well, I tried getting as much as I could, and it's just not going to work. So we just have to get off this island now, and that's it. Like, that's game over. So, yeah, it's tough to buy into that first ending for sure. I mean, I think Mark is smart enough to figure out a way around that, especially if the killer, like you said, he has a lot of things under his, like, fingertips, but not everything. This group has made made his life a lot more difficult than I think he would have, like, wanted them to. So all it takes is one mistake, and to stay consistent on that for you to be able to, like, work your way through and then shut his whole operation down. Because all it takes is one person getting to the mainland, and that's it. Like, his whole stuff is done. Like, just tell somebody that, just tell somebody that, like, this is where I will be if you don't hear from me in a week or so. Obviously, people are going to start worrying. Like, I highly doubt.
That's the suspension of disbelief problem with this whole premise.
Right.
From what we've seen, there's no way that the authorities wouldn't be all over this place. Even from what you were saying before, when we beat the game the first time, like, there's news of why. I mean, he can't invite people back to the same place. He has to have other property, and I don't think that's what they're implying.
Yeah,
they seem to be implying it's the same place every time, and that for some reason the authorities never come investigate.
Yeah, right.
180 missing people with paper trails to this location.
Exactly, with someone sending email that is traceable, like, to new people that's saying, "Hey, come to this property."
Yeah,
my name is Dumet, or whatever.
Right.
Like,
emails, phone calls, everything, all over.
Right.
Definitely traceable. I mean, just the missing construction crew at the beginning. If he was super careful and he picked off one of the entire construction crew, probably gets away with it.
Yeah, right.
But no, he doesn't pick off, like, a few members here and there and the entire remaining skeleton crew with all, like, well, they all said they were going to visit their moms. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, the cops are, it's fine. Chicago cops are just like, moms.
Who doesn't like visiting moms?
Yeah, Mother's Day, Chicago.
Mother's Day in Chicago, like, the entire city grinds to a halt.
Yeah.
Like, no one's doing any work at all.
It's not just Mother's Day. It's like Mother History Month. They have to have, like, the entire dedication.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yeah, I imagine, like, especially they're like, oh, people are feeling sick. Oh, I haven't seen them in a while. I guess they'll be okay. Like, none of that makes any sense. Especially, like, if you have other jobs, like, you're a construction company, chances are you're doing more than than just one job.
Right.
You'll have one scheduled for, like, a month from now.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't show up for that. People are like, what happened? And then they call, no one's there.
Right,
ever.
and it was like the chief of the company. At first,
Yeah.
the skeleton crew had some of the higher-ups, not
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
owners, but some of the major supervisors or
Yeah,
whatever,
right,
people
right.
calling the shots. So yeah, it started off with some lazier guys, and then it was the most reliable guys, and then it was the chiefs or the whatever you.
Like the superintendent or whatever.
It's not. They're not
like the
necessarily
supervisor.
engineers, but yeah, it could be project managers, engineers.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah, it's just what they didn't make it very evident how what he was doing was in any way feasible. So it was cool. It was definitely cool.
Yeah.
It was a really fun story, but yeah, it just seems like there's so many holes in what this guy's doing. Even the construction crew themselves, they noticed.
Yeah, right.
The guy was like, well, I mean, Jenkins said he was going to go see his mom or his grandma or something, but she died like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she died.
3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he's being so sloppy that the construction workers notice it, I would think a detective would put this... He was a detective too, so he should know how to cross every T and dot every I.
Right,
He
exactly.
should theoretically be the person who would have that knowledge to stay off the radar.
Yeah, get the false paper trails going so people, when they look at it and like don't dive like incredibly deep, they're like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like, yeah, these work out in a logical order. Like, yeah, completely fine. But no, he kind of, for a detective, or former detective, I should say, he definitely leaves a lot of evidence around, and he doesn't cover his tail, it seems that much.
Yeah,
So,
the writers don't necessarily go into that level of...
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to kind of suspend your disbelief there. But
because they didn't provide enough attention to detail. Like, you wouldn't have to if they did a cleaner job.
Yeah.
But I mean... Yeah, so I don't know. It was still fun. It definitely
it's cool to see the endings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too,
yeah. So thanks a lot, Arthas, for letting us know about that. We did want to. Those extra endings were really cool. It's a lot more tense than the boat scene too.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it would have been potentially better if Kate was begging for her life instead of being.
Yeah, right.
But there's no way it would make it more realistic for Mark to actually.
Make the call.
If she's like, no, please,
yeah,
Mark,
definitely,
please. We've all, and like she even pulls at the
heartstrings.
Yeah,
of like
we can find a way to be together. Yeah,
exactly. Like then you just have to be a monster to go against her while she's pleading for her life to be like, nope, I'm not doing it. Like that's next level, like cold-hearted for Mark there to do.
But if she had been like that, then it would have made more sense that he's making that call.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
he's still just so traumatized by what she said that he's not thinking, and he's just getting people onto the boat. Come on, gotta save her.
Yeah, right.
Then it makes more sense. So this way, I mean, there's a few holes there, a few things slipping through the cracks, but overall, really fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we're still going to dive into the curator's cut as soon as that's available. So thank you, Arthas, for the heads up on this alternate ending, and we hope you guys had fun with us along for the ride.
Yes, indeed. It was quite a journey for sure, and we had a really good time going through it. And like Rob said, we're going to be going through curator's cut when that comes, that becomes available, and hopefully the whole team will be here, and Dumet will not be standing at the end of it. Because we're going to work our hardest to make sure that happens.
Yeah, we want to see if the whole team's alive, if he actually gets taken out on the boat and there's no more picking up the mask scene at the very end.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
So I'm thinking that would be something they could do, but they could also have him live no matter what, just as that cliffhanger.
Right. I mean, he is a horror villain at the end of it, so he could, be almost immortal. It just kind of depends on how they want to play it.
Yeah, he kind of already is with the whole slow walk and
yeah, exactly.
Survives the boat explosion. So
anyway, there's a lot. There's a lot of weird stuff, but yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in the next version of The Devil in Me for Curator's Cut. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we will be back as soon as we can with this game, and in the meantime, we will post up some other games for your entertainment.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, well, don't worry, we'll have other content there for you guys and other video games as well. So feel free to let us know what you thought about the new endings that we got, and let us know what you're excited to see in Curator's Cut. And we will see you guys in the next one.
See you guys next time.